For Jeanette Greenwings, the Blue Protoss player from South Korea, it's Trap.
In the right-hand side, it is the man, the myth, Team Liquid's Clem. The man who has given us 4 good games, really. He had 2 nice showings versus Trap, one of the best players in the world, then 2 very nice games versus Cure, one of the best Terrans in the world. And yes, he got 2-0'd by Cure, but again, it was close games. They were close games. He could have won those games. So he's been strong all day, I will say. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, Clem, the TVT series may be a little bit underwhelming, but it's certainly in his TVP earlier in the day when he played Trap to start things off today in our second series even. He looked very, very good. He 2-0'd him, I believe. I've lost track at this point. Yeah, he must have. He looked very solid. Once he got to Ghosts, it looked like the game was always in his hands. And we'll have to see if he can make that happen once again. Yes, Twitch chat, more please.
Oh, God.
It's the best emote in the world.
The MKNHs are out, although most people are
They shouldn't leave me in charge of production.
I like that you left it as a spoiler for me. You didn't spoil it for me. You just dropped it down. That's big.
I got you.
You know what's funny about this map is, you were a little bit surprised this map is that as a Protoss, people think this map is nice for Protoss because you take that gold base. You know, but I'm never comfortable on this map.
No.
It's just the gold base makes things more uncomfortable for me.
Yes. Because you never know. You've also always got the enigma of what's going on in the south side of the map. Is anything going on? We do see a factory coming down here from Clem. Everything looking pretty normal across the board so far. It was a cybernetic score into an expansion here for Trap. No tech just yet. There is a probe in a suspicious location, though.
Yeah, I will say a Marine first from Clem as well, which is kind of interesting. And, oh, wow. Okay, he's just going back into the base. I will say this is a map where I feel like you see a lot of double supply depot on the ramp for Terran. It's actually really strong on this map, just an insta wall into maybe Hellions. And now he sees that it's a Marine first, which is, you lose a pro, but it's kind of nice because you know that now there should be no Reaper. Although he's still scared of the Reaper. The Adept is home, so he doesn't realize it. But there is no Reaper. And,
Stargate is going down at home here for Trap. It is a great Stargate map, of course, because you can't really have units in the south side early on, and the rush distance between mains isn't massive. But I'm sure Clem will be aware of that. He is producing... is he producing any more Marines? No, not yet. There we go. Now adding on a couple. Starport is nearly done. And I think as long as Clem, he'll know his timing. As long as he doesn't take too much damage. We should be looking at a pretty standard opening here for both.
Yeah, now we don't see a third Adept, so I wonder if he's going to be Phoenix or Oracle. Most likely Phoenix, yep. We do see Phoenix coming out, and I agree. A nice map for Phoenix, and it looks like maybe just a couple of Hellions dropping potentially from the natural. We'll see exactly where Clem decides to go with this. Yeah, we do see that medvac. And, I mean, I like this opener for Trap. We'll see if he instantly scouts or if he banks up these Phoenix. If he instantly scouts, it'll be nice for him, but I think either way it's going to be pretty nice for him. These Phoenix are going to be a great counter to these Hellions.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Trap's done a little bit of homework or knows this is a very common build on this. Of course, as I said, the bottom of the map being no man's land favours both. You expect something to come from there because it is so common. It does look like it's just going to be a couple of Hellions here, maybe a couple of Marines in as well. No, it's just going to be the 3 Hellions. Okay, which is slightly unusual. Usually, you wait for 4 or you add a couple of Marines to it. Adept coming across the map as well to poke and prod at the front. There is a bunker down. Behind this, we are seeing another gateway be added. Phoenixes are being produced, and it looks like they are. Yeah, they're going into the position where they may be able to find this drop. And this is a bad start here for Clem, if he gets seen, which he does.
Yeah, that's very nice for Trap. I mean, these Hellions aren't going to get anything done, and he's going to kill the medvac, and he's going to get at least 1 Hellion here. Oh, nice control actually from Trap pulling off. But actually, the Hellion's getting in. Maybe they'll find 1 or 2. Nice first shot. 2 probes falling, which is something. Maybe 4 probes. If you can
get 3 or 4 here, this is really decent. He's going to get 5 maybe. No, 4. This is okay. Like, it's not great. But, he was given chicken shit and he made chicken salad out of it.
Yeah. Nice. Uh-oh, not me, I don't think.
Not me either.
Oh,
Game paused.
But... I mean, yeah, nice counterattack or nice salvage from Clem. He did find a few workers, and the third base coming up, and Cyclone follow up. Maybe because he knows there's so many Phoenixes out. Yeah. I'll be interested to see where Trap goes if he goes fast class. I think he's maybe going to go Twilight into some sort of something else. Now, I do see the Phoenix coming in, lifting up the Cyclone, looking for the Viking and the Cyclone, maybe just the Viking. Nice control. Wow, picking up the Cyclone. There were a lot of Marines, but they went to the natural. Now they're coming back to the Phoenix.
Back up. Nothing really going down there, but a little bit annoying, forcing a bit of a pull. It would have been nice if the Adept had gone into the natural at that point, although the bunker is still there. I think a good defense from Clem here, who still has a healthy work account. He still has Stim, Combat Shield on the way. His factory swapping on over now to that reactor as well. What do you think? Everything looking okay so far?
Yeah, I will say I like the decision to go into Widow Mines here from Clem instead of going for a tank. I mean, there's going to be Phoenix, and this is not Colossus. This is going to be Charge Lot, it looks like, with this Twilight Forge coming out. And again, you know, the worker count...
5 more gates.
Yep. I mean, he sees that there's no third command center yet, so maybe he is expecting big aggression. And I think Clem is going to go for a big Stim timing. Once Stim finishes, 2 medvacs will come across the map. And that is going to be Clem's window. And I actually like what Trap has done. He's not going crazy on probes because he knows there's no third. Seems like he's just going to be waiting to clean up the first push and then probe, is what it feels like.
Yeah. Armor coming in, definitely, you know, confirming that this is going to be Zealot Charge push here, alongside Zealot Charge, probably giving that away a little bit. Armor on those Zealots so efficient, even with the Widow Mines and stuff, just being able to tank a little bit more is nice. We're seeing a lot of medevacs being produced here from Clem. It's very important he keeps these alive and away from the Phoenixes, because he's going to need that count to micro against all these Charge Zealots. But Clem is moving out, and he has a very hefty force. He's going to hit the 4 Zealot legs, he's going to hit the 4+1. As long as he doesn't take too much damage in the back, he has potential here.
Yeah, if there's no Zealot Lakes, I love this vision for Clem. If Trap can stall it, but I will say Trap really was not probing at all. His probe, he just made a couple probes here and there now, but his probe count was super delayed. Now, I mean, Charge is not going to finish, and he needs to use force fields to stall, and we will see 3 force fields come down, or not. Just trying to bait him.
Just a couple. Phoenix is coming home as well. This is these force fields are going to run out very shortly, and that's going to allow Clem to probably find a decent angle. Clem actually backing off a bit here. Oh my god, he's taking his third on the gold, knowing that it's a lot late, and he needs to make something happen here. Templar Archives is almost done. Charge is done, and that may signal here that Trap is going to look for a little bit of a fight. You can see he's actually got units on either side right now, looking for that wraparound. Or Clem, run, my friend. Probably best to load up here. No, you can't, because of the Phoenixes. Clem tries to micro to the best of his ability, but he's going to lose a lot.
Yeah, and this is a beautiful fight from Trap. Might be able to get basically all the army. The Zealots are just going to keep chasing. The Phoenixes are going to dive forward, get the medvac, maybe get more of these Marauders, and now he's probably going to get a cancel on this third base. That's almost done. This is looking amazing for Trap right now, but a lot of Widow Mines, a lot of reinforcing bio. Might be able to push back this army for now.
Yeah, concussive shells is done. Meanwhile, 10 workers went down.
Oh my. Yeah,
Widow Mine drop?
Must have been a Widow Mine drop or something. And I will say, I mean, Trap needed a convincing win because he's not on a high worker count. Now, he is going to try to break this base, and he took a good fight, but again, his economy is not great. I'm actually getting a little bit nervous for Trap because his income is not great, and his army is not great. Now there's a gold base that's about to be mining.
Yeah, Clem, he needed to make something happen right there, and he managed to do so. He still has a Widow Mine in the main. It does end up going down as well, but Clem bought himself time. Now this gold is mining. It's defended with a couple of Widow Mines as well. He's got all of his bio at home, and his money is just going to explode. As soon as he drops a load of mules on this base, he's going to be mining so much. Worker count is great. Upgrades are good for both. +2 armor on the way here for Trap. Clem getting his +1 armor. Ghost Academy. This is a very well-timed Ghost Academy too.
Yeah, I mean, we already have a couple Archons out for Trap, and it looks like Trap's thinking about going for an attack. Look at this huge army across the map. Where are the Phoenix, though? I don't know where those Phoenix are, but...
On the hunt. Oh, here we go. They're just south of the goal, trying to pick it up. Yeah.
I'm like, where? He's got all this army now. He looks like he's going to dive into the natural with most of his army. What a scrappy fight we have here. A huge army diving forward. Charge lots, Archons. Phoenix is looking for these medvacs. The fight is going on, and there's Widow Mines in the back. It's going to be hard for Trap to push much further. And, God, what a weird fight, Grant.
The force feels very nice here. It does force a hot pickup here from Clem. Clem trying to micro back. Widow Mines doing a lot, but we have a wraparound coming with Zealot from the other side now. It looks like the fight is happening on like 10 different angles. I think, though, Trap is definitely taking the better side of it here. Finally, the army's able to get together. SCVs start to fall. There's a good amount of Widow Mines coming in, and they're starting to take down some of these Phoenixes. They actually ended up doing some friendly fire as well. It does look like maybe, just maybe, with a 50 supply lead, Trap has broken Clem, and Trap one map away from eliminating Clem.
Wow. Man, that fight was so close. There was some nice... The Widow Mines actually ended up helping Trap a bit, where they damaged the medvacs, and the medvacs all went down. The supplies were so close for so long, and I wasn't sure if Trap could actually make it work. that is an interesting game because I do think on Golden Wall you do see a lot of aggressive pushes, and I kind of love the variation Trap did, where he actually didn't make many workers, and you see that. I see some players do that when you face a player that you think is going to get aggressive.
Yeah.
Although that wasn't a tank push, he did get kind of aggressive, and he took a decisive fight, and Clem was still, like he always is, in an okay spot. He really was.
Yeah.
But Trap taking one more good fight and taking that first game, that'll feel good for him.
And now Clem asking for a small break. It's nice to reset because we are going into Pillars of Gold next, which again is a map we did not see earlier. Only Everdream will be repeated, and that's only possibly. Guys, I do want to take a minute to say, as we are possibly going into our last map of the day, if you've had a good time today, if you've enjoyed this, if you've enjoyed me, if you've enjoyed M. Canning, please take a minute to tweet the organisers as well. Wish get well soon to Creighton Olsen, of course, who we miss. But, you know, tweet Apollo, tweet Heyoka, tweet DreamHack, say thank you, because this B stream wasn't always planned. And we, you know, the way that we are able to keep doing this is if you guys talk, you know, it's all done by you saying thank you. Make Reddit threads, do everything, sell out.
Yeah, it's been amazing being here. I will say this might potentially be the last B stream of this DreamHack Masters, most likely.
Yeah. There's only after today, Saturday and Sunday, and the event is done, I believe.
Yeah, it's been, God,
yeah, the event ends in 2 days.
Yeah, it's been an amazing event. I mean, it's such a treat seeing so many high-level games for such a long duration. And it's been just amazing matches. And, I mean, it's been a pleasure being here with you, Grant. I mean, it's always lovely coming on to these casts.
And it's always a little bit scary as like a newer commentator, like I'd say I am, where we've never had a conversation, right? Never.
No, I never have a conversation.
So you're always a little nervous coming into this. I've watched a lot of your stuff, of course. But we really do appreciate all of the kind words. Players are ready, guys. I will shut the frick up. I've done really well. I've only sworn like twice today.
Nice.
Which as an Englishman is like a world record. We have the countdown.
Yeah, you know, it's not every day, guys, you can cast with the Grant SC2. And I said to myself, you know, the guy who made his name, the guy has made his name from just casting a B stream at Home Story Cup and kind of burst on to the casting scene. And now I'm finally made it to the big leagues, you know? So here we are to be here. Pillars of Gold, back-to-back gold maps for this gold B stream, if you ask me.
B is for best.
Yep. And I wonder if this is Trap's map pick. Do you know?
I can find out.
Actually, I don't know
Trap was A, and it is A, B. Yes, it is Trap's map pick.
Interesting. Okay.
A, B, yeah.
But
no, I'm wrong. I don't know.
Either way, doesn't matter.
In the top right-hand side, as I remember to change scene, playing for Jin Air Green Wings, he is one map away from advancing. It is the Blue Protoss player from South Korea, Trap.
In the bottom left, the man who I feel like, no matter what situation, no matter how it looks, he always is in an okay spot. He never feels like he's in too much trouble. It's Liquid's Clem. I don't even know how it happens. I feel like Clem, more than any other player, just every time I'm watching him, it feels like it's not a great fight, but then it's just like every fight he never takes like an overwhelmingly bad fight. He knows when to pull back. Yeah. He knows when to shave off a few zealots. And it just seems like he always finds himself in a spot where he can still win, even though last game, you know, the Hellions went down, and then he works magic. He really does.
Yeah, that last game was, of course, not fantastic for Clem and start. He went for a free Hellion drop with a medevac, and it was immediately seen by Phoenixes. He just got blind countered, and in that situation, it's very hard to win. And Trap knew what he had to do to make sure he didn't die with that Zealot armor push. Now, this game, it is looking very normal. Clem isn't the kind, you know, he's not Euthermal, he's not Maru. He doesn't really proxy that often. Very confident in his mid to late game skills. He is opening Reaper this game. So he is going to go for a bit more information, which he just didn't get last game opening with that Marine.
Yeah, we do have the Reaper wall on the high ground. Yes, very similar stuff. I actually think this map can also sometimes be okay for Phoenix, but also it's such your main base to your third base is pretty far away that kind of like Blink Stalkers and a fast third on this map. It's such a big map. It feels like this. If we're going to see a fast third from Trap, this is when we're going to see it. But it's kind of interesting. Yeah. We haven't seen it that much, and we got the bunker coming into the natural.
Yeah, the Reaper is already on its way across the map here, and is this Trap sees this? Yeah, he's just not going to. He doesn't care. Adept is about halfway done. He is going to chrono that, of course, to make sure that it is available and done on time. No overreaction, no pro pools or anything like that. And what is the purpose right now of this bunker? If you see this bunker, what are you worried about?
Well, Trap does not see it yet, actually. And there's a second Reaper coming out, which is actually going to make this different than normal. And now the Reaper is going to get back here. And as a Protoss player, what I see, when I see it's just one Reaper, I think, don't panic. Rally probes to my main base, maybe a shield battery on my natural, but usually it's not that much damage. You can still feel okay about this. And actually, Trap just going to go across the map, which is interesting to me. But the second Reaper actually adds a different dynamic that most players won't do. So it's an interesting start for both players. I think don't panic. He is chronoing these probes. And we're going to have a bit of shenanigans on both ends here.
Yeah, the probe scout from Trap actually got killed by an SCV, which is slightly interesting. You don't see that every day. This SCV, what are you doing, mate? No! Okay, he got caught. Tried to have a little dance, but he did get caught. Now, we do have the 2 Reapers. They're going to be able to take down this pylon. It takes like a long time because this isn't 2010, but he does get that. And that's a pretty good, that's nice. Already starting to cover a bit of the cost, of course, denying mining as well. This Adept is very frustrating, but once the Hellion comes out, I'm sure Clem, I think he'll find himself in an okay position, right?
Yeah, this is really weird because the Adept actually is kind of evening it out where neither player can mine for natural right now. And you can see these Reapers aren't really a threat to the Nexus, but you can't really mine here either. And we see a fast Dark Shrine as a response. I actually really like this decision from Trap. It can be hard to handle this, but usually we're going to see a salvage and then the Reapers jump into the main, but we'll see. We see action everywhere right now. Stalkers and Adepts trying to knock this down, and the Adept going to get cleaned up in the natural as well. Now, I mean, he's having a hard time cleaning this bunker up right now.
Yeah, this bunker is providing a lot of damage. Now we can see Clem is mining from his natural. He never had to lift off or anything like that. He is swapping over to get a tech lab onto his starport. Is he going to build a Raven? I'd like to think so. Yes, there we go. So that Dark Shrine already being slightly countered as long as Clem is in position. The Adept very, very low here from Trap. Stalker's starting to get a little low as well, actually. This bunker is proving so valuable.
Yeah, it's one of those things where normally this is just one Reaper, and this is not that scary. But this game... Is the salvage going to get off? Oh, he repairs and the salvage gets off. Oh my god. Sick. And then the Raven coming out, this looks amazing for Clem to me. I mean, even worker count right now, 2 DTs, but the Raven is going to be here in perfect time. These DTs will get nothing. And now I see a Robo, so probably a Prism DT drop as well eventually. But I mean, Trap just starting to mine now. We're not going to see a fast third, of course, because he's gone Dark Shrine. He wasn't mining his natural. I love this situation for Clem. And now he's going to have this Raven, which, as we've talked about before, more TBT. It's so useful as the game goes on.
Yeah, DT runs immediately and gets shot at. The Raven knows, of course, going to split his units a little bit. May lose 1, maybe 2 workers. In fact, it's just going to be, by the looks of things, the 1. Oh, nice. Swapping sides. But he cleans up that DT, and so far that's a failed experiment here for Trap, who tries... oh, okay. How cool must you be to walk past with a big scythe and just kill a car?
I mean, interesting follow-up. We have the Prism probably trying to get DTs into the main, perhaps. Because if the thing is with this is sometimes when you make a Raven, you don't get careless, but you think, oh, I have detection. And all of a sudden, maybe your Raven goes down. You forget about your missile turrets because you had that Raven. And all of a sudden, you have trouble. Now, again, from Trap, we don't have a third base. We have more gateways coming out. Trap is really playing a different PvT style than we normally see. I mean, we're not seeing the fast third. We're seeing just later third bases, really, every game, it seems like.
What concerns me for Clem is he has scouted 0, zilch, nothing. You can see the last thing he saw was the Nexus when he had his bunker, but he hasn't scanned, he's used nothing at all. Oh, what star sense? How do you do that? He didn't see that coming at all. He was just in position.
Just amazing reads. You know, when you reach a certain level, your game sense, you just kind of pick up on, you think, okay, nothing's happened so long. My natural is
so angry.
The only place I am worried about. Now he has 5 workers on his gases. Never mind. I was trying to find one error in his play, but he's already fixed it. And now again, we have this Robo Bay made, an Immortal made. I mean, this is exactly where we were before, where they're both on 2 bases, but Trap just falling so far behind in supply because, I mean, he's not taking a third. Oh my god, the tank. Oh my god.
Oh, 5 workers go down. That DT finding a lot of value. And that is exactly what we needed here. But Clem is moving out with his Raven. There's nothing here in this mineral line. And we're going to see definitely one auto turret get dropped right on top. And this is going to even out that work count a little bit. Workers lost, you can see a huge pull. 5 workers go down at the same time. And Clem is pushing.
Yeah, the Raven's setting up for to keep all the Stalkers and everything at home. And now the Stalkers aren't on the map, you know, pushing this army back. And now the army is just going to be... Oh, did you see it? He like saw a piece of it. I don't know if he saw it. Oh, can he get this medevac, though?
Oh, that's so big. Medevac is going to boost backwards. It does look like it's going to go down. No, it stays strong. And actually, these Stalkers are now out of position. Blink, GG. Clem evens it up.
Wow. And now we're back on the map that they've played on before. Unbelievable. I mean, wow. I mean, just a brilliant build, I would say, from Clem. I mean, the second Reaper is something you just really never see. Obviously, we didn't give credit to it, but good SCV micro, going into the bunker, getting out, repairing, good Reaper micro. I mean, the early game definitely was favoring Clem, and then the DT's getting nothing done. I'm wondering if your Trap, are you starting to feel like that build is not good anymore? Because he's been going for this Blink Colossus build, and it seems like every game he's just massively down in supply as the game progresses with not much going on.
Yeah, it's been... I feel like Clem's adapting better and better as the games go on as well. And now we move to what is going to be the fifth game between these guys. And sure, that map on Golden Wall did not go Clem's way, but every other map has. And that's... Golden Wall was the one time when Clem really mixed it up. But I feel like if Clem just plays standard, I really do favour him, unless we see something different here from Trap.
Yep. Now it's interesting to... I mean, what scares me sometimes is we're at that point. Clem 2-0'd him. And now we're 1-1, and like this is like the textbook. You 2-0, you win the total series 3-2, but you don't advance. Like that's like classic stuff.
Yes.
In StarCraft 2. So that does concern me a bit, but just because it's a curse and it's something to talk about, because I do think Clem has played better in basically every game. I think he's played better. Even the game that he lost, I thought he was actually playing well, and he's just playing solid right now. And who knows? I mean, do I strike Trap as the guy that's up at 2 a.m.? Or do I think Trap's going to bed at 10 a.m. normally? I don't know. Seems like more of an early, goes to bed earlier, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. I think he's got a nice bedtime. He keeps to it. He's got his little teddy bear. He has a bedtime story and goes to bed at the right time. Guys, we're loading into Everdream for our final map of the day. Quick update from the A stream. Unfortunately, your fellow countryman Estrella did get eliminated, which is a shame. Maru and Special will be playing for the final spot. God damn, that's a good series. And we will, of course, once this is over, be looking over at that one. So let us get into this. On Everdream, in the top right, playing for Team Liquid, representing the horse, he is the French Terran player in red. It's Clem.
In the bottom left, representing Jin Air Green Wings, the man who is trying to make it to the next level, trying to make the only Protoss out of this group.
Yes.
It is Trap. Right now we have 0 Protosses, Grant, and my Protoss heart hurting a little bit.
Me too.
It's tough because, it's hard not to root for Clem here, but...
Maybe we'll get some buffs.
True.
Buff the Disruptor, boys. Blizzard, if you're watching.
My agenda. It's all about my agenda when these series come down, but it will be interesting to see. I mean, what happened last time we played on this map? It was the Raven tank push, and then Trap just didn't have enough, and I think that was the game where I thought Trap was actually trading well, and then he just lost.
And then and suddenly Clem was up 40 supply, right?
Suddenly the game was just over.
Suddenly, it just ended. GG. Don't worry, my Protoss heart hurts too. Did you know I have a Protoss tattoo? There you go.
I did not know that, actually.
I had the Protoss logo tattooed behind my ear,
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
you know what? That's I'm not gonna lie to you. I wasn't ready to get a little bit aroused midstream, but here I find myself.
Yep, I do. But, so Nexus after core seems to be the very standard opening here for Trap. He wants to be safe. We do have the SCV moving out again. I don't think it will go for the bunker, but then again, actually, this is a decent map for it. If you can get just in between the gas geysers, it's very hard. You don't scout that naturally, but it looks like Clem isn't going to go in from that north path, and instead, he's just going to play normally.
Yeah, and the pylon would have seen it this time as well.
Yeah.
I will say, it will be interesting to see. I mean, I gotta imagine Trap is blank. I don't love this map for Phoenix, and I actually think Clem specifically is really strong versus Phoenix. He seems to know how to punish Phoenix, how to find a Widow Mine bio timing and put pressure on. I feel like he actually pretty much always beats Phoenix, generally. But so I think we'll see Twilight when we do see Twilight, and it's interesting though because every game Trap has gone Twilight, he's lost. So we'll see how it plays out.
Trap definitely has his build, and I think this is his server, his preferred server right now. Adept is going to fight the Reaper. Clem, you don't want to be losing that, and he's not going to. But at home, the bunker finishing off. A nice little pot shot or two here. And of course, he will just jump in. Ramp will go up. SCVs, they're actually repairing one another here. Trying to make sure that the command center does finish. And it will with the backup SCV. That's nice from Clem to have that in position. It's just one of those small changes he makes. Like, I don't know, I don't see many players have a second SCV ready there, knowing the Adept will kill it. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah. Ooh, but a second Adept coming in. Yeah, and it's kind of a similar spot we were in last time where, except this time it's only Clem not mining, and Trap mining his natural, getting his chronos up. Still, this is, somewhat common early game PvT. Now, he might let that Shade finish just to scout the high ground eventually, but we'll see. A Cyclone coming out kind of early. That's a little bit interesting. Maybe he thinks the 2 Adepts could be leaning to a Stargate opener. Not exactly sure. 3rd Adept coming in. So yeah, this looks like Stargate, but it's actually just a standard build. So we'll see how Clem responds.
Behind this, okay, has the high ground been scouted here is what I want to know. No, this is a 2-1-1. Oh my god, these Adepts actually looking like they're going to get caught out. One goes down, second will follow. The third one may just about get out and may be able to outtrade. No, it will not. All of his Adepts going down. And behind this, as I said, there's double barracks producing units.
Yeah, it's going to be a pretty fast stim timing coming. And I mean, the only nice thing for Trap in my mind here was he did get 1 or 2 SUVs with those Adepts. He did kill the Reaper. He killed a handful of the units. And we have your textbook Protoss. We have the fast third. We have, is it 2 gates or 3 gates? Okay, this is the Korean style 2 gates. Actually, Showtime plays like this as well. And now
he's basically Korean at this point.
All right, now is there a sentry just being warped in? So he will eventually be able to scout. I am a little bit concerned on if Trap will be able to hold this, because I actually feel like this is kind of Clem's ballpark. Punishing a fast third, I feel like he just excels at it more than most Terrans. I don't know how he always does it, but it feels like he's just really good at finding a way to punish you. I really do.
Blink is finishing up. We can see Clem adding on his 3rd racks very, very quickly here. Swapping over to produce medevacs. We'll probably see a tech lab go down onto this factory. Clem at this point is looking to be aggressive, almost certainly. You can see Stim is early. He's producing Marauders already. I believe is... did he get combat shields? No, okay. Sometimes you see the 2-1-1 with combat shields and then concussive immediately following. That's a bit more like all-in, I'd say. Are we going to see any more upgrades coming in off that second tech lab? +1 will be done as well. So this is just a +1 stim timing here with a big bunch of bio from Clem. And that has been scouted.
Yeah, he's going to need at least 1 battery at that third. He is going to get still quite a few probes. Not a great position for a potential battery at the third base. I'm a little bit worried for Trap. He needs to realize there are no Widow Mines, and he needs to push across his map with these Stalkers. If he can whittle this army down, the Observer does see it now. If he can whittle this army down into not much, that will be important. But no battery, potentially no charge for when this fight actually comes down. It's all going to come down to these Stalkers across the map delaying the fight, and they're doing a good job to start.
Yeah, you can see that this is Blink Stalker's biggest strength in the early game, is any push has to deal with this. They can micro forever and ever and ever. There's no concussive shells to really punish this. Sure, Stim is done, but the blink away means units getting traded right now, but only for Clem. And behind this, Clem is down 10 workers. He's put his 3rd down on position, but it's later than his opponents. His upgrades are good, in fact, better than his opponents. Concussive shell and combat shields on the way. It doesn't look like Clem's going to find damage, but it's not like he's just lost the game after going all in.
No. And, we might still be in somewhat of an even spot. I will say Clem did snipe that Observer, so Trap feeling a little bit lost on where the army is, excuse me. Now, he will see it here with this 1 Stalker, and he will save it. There is a battery here. Charge will be done. So I think he should be fine at this third base right now.
Yeah, there's a good amount of Zealots here, but not too many. Maybe a pylon or something will go down. Clem, he's just so good in these positions. His micro, he never overstays or understays. It feels like he's just finding what he needs to do. He's targeting down. He's got 1 Marauder just targeting down a pylon. Finally, some force fields go down. Super battery is going to be amazing, though. And it will keep a Zealot alive forever. It literally becomes an immortal. That's disgusting. Finally, it goes down. Now out of battery rage. More Zealots coming in, though. Force fields coming in. It looks like Clem is going to be forced to pick up and just go home. Oh, blink forward as well, trying to get these medevacs. Maybe a little bit aggressive with the blink here. A couple more Stalkers do go down. Clem down 10 supply, but it is mainly workers. He now has +1. Oh, this is actually starting to look pretty scary for Clem.
Yeah, kind of snowballing here is Trap. He found some nice damage. The Widow Mines hurting Clem's own army in that fight. Now there's 2 more Widow Mines. I don't know if he has blink. He does. Oh, he messed that up a little bit. But yeah, big army from Trap, and he sees blood. He thinks, look, I took a big win there. Maybe I can just kill you right now.
Gates. 8 gates of Zealots being warped in. What does Clem have? He's getting a Ghost Academy, but it's so ambitious to go for that at this point in the game. He really needs a lot more units right now. He needs more racks. He needs more production. There's just so little. Army supply is only 10 ahead for Trap, and the Widow Mines are trying their best to get something done. The third will be forced to lift off. Stalker's starting to go down a little bit, but there are a couple of Zealots that separated, I believe, and found some SCV. No, they were just the ones that were already mining here, okay. And yeah, Clem is forced to pick up and go back into his main. The base will live, but Clem with his back against the ropes right now.
Yeah, Trap taking a massive supply lead, and he is going to go for it. Oh, I like this move from Clem, so the Widow Mines are not going off yet. Beautiful micro from both players, really. I mean, the patience from Trap. Yeah. He's still going to go for this, it looks like. And there are a lot of Widow Mines out for Clem. If he can hold, he still has a chance. There are no upgrades for Trap. The fight starting. Force Fields sectioning off a few units, but the Zealots can't get in. Maybe Trap doesn't really want this fight. He's just posturing. I can't tell exactly right now. But
no, it's a very difficult fight to take because the Widow Mines are zoning at the top side. You've also got now the Liberators as well, having a lot more defensive posture. Marauders are very important units right now. He's even going to save them. Medevacs are low. The Widow Mines do a lot at the north side, but there's so much at the south side. These Zealots managed to sneak on by, and I think Clem forced to pull off the line. He is down in supply by 40. He is losing workers. He gets a Ghost out, but GG, Trap will advance with the reverse.